Shout out to the sponsors of the podcast, MonarchToken.io, the complete crypto solution. Monarch Wallet is now available for Android, iOS, and desktop devices today. Do you want to learn how to mine crypto? Well, all you have to do is visit cryptomining.tools for profitable crypto mining information today. The Divi Project, that is diviproject.org, your one-click solution for staking and masternodes. Earn cryptocurrency using social media platforms like Somee.social, SOMEE.social, New Era Social Media. Get paid to write reviews, like reviews, comment on reviews. Visit bravocoin.com and get paid to review. Available for Android and iOS devices. bravocoin.com. CoinFlip, the world's best Bitcoin ATM. Better service, better fees. Better visit coinflip.tech today. Alright, mic check. Mic check. Is this thing on? Hey, we're live, guys. Yo, has anybody else, switched to diet soda since this whole lockdown thing, man? I swear to God, I can't do shit. I can't do that sugar shit no more, man. I'm insomnia to the T. I cannot sleep.
It does add to that problem.
Yeah, man. I switched to diet about 5-6 days ago. It tastes like shit. It's not as good as regular Pepsi, but I feel like I'm getting all kinds of sugar high while I'm just trying to get, high.
Yeah, it's getting in the way sometimes.
All right, so thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm Ken Bozak, and we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and Bitcoin accessories today. I'm with my bro 3D and Kevin. How goes it, bros?
Hello.
Hey. So let's just get this out of the way. I don't know about you guys, but I sure would like to go out to a restaurant, sit down, order some food, eat it, and leave. We can't do that now.
Nope.
I really want to go to the movies. I don't know. I'm not normally the guy that's like, oh, I can't wait to be scammed out of my money and overcharged to go watch a movie. I could have pirated for free, so. But I kind of miss the whole experience of just going to the movies.
Yeah, man.
I'm pretty good staying at home, just ordering food and having it come to me.
Yeah, I feel like, as the natural introvert that I am, I feel like this is fine. It's not like I'm scratching to get out, but it's also tell me I can't do something, and now it's all I want to do. So I don't know. I want to go out. I want to go hug people. You know what I mean? I want to go shake hands. I want to do things the things that were normal a few months ago, today are just not. And it's weird, dude. The world switched so quick that the abstract actions of yesterday are now under the microscope actions of today. You go to offer somebody your hand as a handshake. It's
not even the same.
Right. It's never going to be the same again.
Yeah. Those who give in.
Yo, if you hold the door open for somebody, if you hold the door open for somebody, you look like a hero. They're like, oh shit, he touched that door, so I don't have to touch the dirty door. Thank you so much.
And then the obvious reaction would be to sneeze on them.
Companies
great.
can really streamline off this. People are going to get used to not staying to stores that are not so nice. The fast food restaurants can get rid of the dining rooms, have more production room.
That's true.
Definitely.
Who knows?
Yeah, I just want to know when I can, when do I have to, when does it stop, the fact that I have to wear a mask inside of every store I go to? Even the bank won't let you in unless you have a mask on. And I'm just well, yeah, I mean, the anarchist in me is yeah, that's cool. I love wearing masks. Fuck, facial recognition and government surveillance. Oh, can't see me, John Cena. But then you tell me I have to wear the mask. And now the anarchist in me again is well, fuck you. I don't want to wear the mask.
Yeah. And you're always against whatever they're trying to tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. It's really weird. So, like, I mean, it almost nips the conspiracy theory for the Big Brother facial tracking thing in the butt, right? Like, it's not obvious that. I mean, it's obvious that that's not like their intent now. Like, if you have to wear a mask everywhere, it's not facial recognition that you have to worry about. It's more like phone tracking and geolocation recognition from your phone snitching on you, not a random street camera saying, hey, I see 3D's face, 3D's not following quarantine. No, your iPhone will snitch on you before that will happen.
Oh yeah, I believe you there. If you asked me that like a couple years ago, I'd been like, Korea's had monitors that can do AI tracking on people since 2017. So they don't really need the cameras to be smart. They just need the monitors that monitor it to be smart.
Yeah, and I feel like Asia gets a lot of flack for doing that, like China, Korea, and all that in general for doing the facial recognition and citizen tracking. But they're just one level more honest than what the U.S. government's doing when they track us, or even potentially the Canadian government. This whole area of the world, North America. It's I don't know. I feel like we hold ourselves to a higher standard that is just it's fantasy. Like, oh, China has facial recognition. Oh, look, Korea does facial recognition. Yeah, so does the United States. They just don't tell you. At least these countries are blatantly telling their citizens we're watching. Instead, in the U.S., you're being surveilled and they're telling you no one's watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, Kevin, what's up with your prime minister banning assault rifles, bro? That was fucking fast, bro. It took 24 hours after after an event, and this dude said you got 2 weeks to give up your AK-47s. Like,
all these things get close and then they never make it to the end. Like when a shooting happens, people get swelled up, they push to a position, and they never really seem to come up with a good solution. So I guess I don't know. I don't know the facts, therefore I can't really comment on why I would say that specifically, but it sounds like there was quite a few categorizations of rifles that are considered banned, I guess.
yeah, they're a
What
little
is it?
overpowered. But yeah, there was a
Well,
mass shooting or
so
something.
it's just talk at this point. Then it's not a law.
No, it is actually. It looks like
Okay.
Justin Trudeau passed it, and it was like a 20 days or something that the citizens had before, he wanted your gun. I don't know. It was just I just came across it and I saw that DJ Me Popsicles in the chat. I'm sure he'll have something to say. It was our country's worst mass shooting ever. Yes, I saw that. Yep, I think it was
Yeah,
like
Nova
22.
Scotia. I heard,
Yeah,
I
Nova
believe in
Scotia. Yep. But it's not AK-47s. We don't have automatic weapons. Oh, so just straight up assault rifles then in general.
Oh dang.
Oh yeah, semi-automatic
Group.
assault style weapons. Yep. So that's interesting. I mean, dude, if that were to be a thing here in the U.S., I mean that could actually start like a riot. But I don't see the citizens in Canada kicking up the snow and burning down igloos over it.
Yeah, they'll probably not have too many problems putting in saying okay with it.
Yeah, it looks like it's going through pretty smoothly as opposed to where, how I would expect it to go in the U.S. But I mean, look at Britain, Australia, countries get rid of guns all the time.
Oh yeah, and their crime rate always goes up, it seems like, though.
Yeah, but it's not like murder crime rate or like fucking, gun violent crime rate. It's like random
like stealing
shit. Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Common,
yeah, common crime, exactly. Which is an interesting statistic if you think about it. It's I feel like it also probably prevents a lot of crime too, because the people that would retaliate in some way when they're angry or whatever, like,
oh yeah,
it's so much easier to resort to a weapon like a gun than it is to actually use your mind and plot out an actual crime.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, although like in America, when we have really restricted laws in states where they say, okay, you can't sell all the parts to an AR rifle or one of those other ones. Well, they go and they sell all the parts completely independent, and they show you how to put them together and buy them. It's like a whole different scenario. So we always fight back what they do to us.
Yeah, I like the concept that you can buy almost any weapon as long as like the firing pin isn't in it. I'm just like, well, they're like $2.99 on eBay. Like, how is this preventative? Okay, sure. Like,
Makes it
they're
harder.
the what are they? The antique guns, or I feel like they're considered like art or something. There's a word for it. Vintage. I
Oh,
think it's vintage
like
weapon.
flintlocks.
Yeah, you can get away with having like an original Smith and Wesson because it's like historical or something. So like you don't
Mm.
need like a concealed carry or a permit for it or something. There's something weird about like old ass guns, and you can get away
It's
with
like
having them.
It's like, have you ever like my dad has a flintlock and a white lock, or white powder, and they're both the same. You got to pull up, got to load it all. You got to load in your powder, you got to load in your ball, you got to load in this piece of top, and then you got to tamp it, and then you got to get your flint down, lock it. You got to put your powder there. Then you got to sit, aim, light the lock, wait, fire, and then it's like like 2 minutes to shoot one bullet. So it's not really designed for home defense.
Nah. I see Rain Bitcoins in the chat said all criminals are still going to have guns except the good people. It'll be harder for them to get the guns. I disagree. I think that it comes down to the manufacturer level, not just the citizen level or the judicial level of the government. They have to look at the manufacturers, and I think maybe with IoT coming into the picture, there's ways to put NFC chips or something to that effect. RFID, a piece of rice RFID chip in the gun would at least let us know when the gun was made, where it's been. Hits radio towers. It could actually have like a ledger of where the gun has been and things to that effect. But it all starts with the manufacturers, man. Like Smith and Wesson just pumping out all these weapons. Probably double using serial numbers and not even realizing it.
Oh yeah, imagine if they just went to like the butt of your weapon, because it's normally like a wood or a plastic or something. The RFID wire could be threaded into the plastic or whatever.
Right.
Like you would never see it, never know about it. Yeah, because I got a bunch of RFID stuff here. Love that stuff. Like I got smart rings and stuff.
Yeah, dude, they're cool.
It's a real good technology for a bunch of different things.
Yeah, I have it for Bitcoin right here. Shout out to Kyle Kemper and his Swiss key wallet. But I have the Tangent card, and it uses like NFC, but the next level's RFID. So you just like tap this to your phone, and you can sign the private key for the transaction, which is pretty cool. And I don't know. I think like 3D guns and stuff like that are going to come into the picture too, though. But I think to prevent the bad guys from getting it, it comes down to the manufacturers, whoever's making the weapons. I know it's not like reasonable, and I know that Andrew Yang in the U.S. here, who's not running for anymore but was running for president, thought out loud once that the manufacturers should be held responsible for like the crimes committed with their products. But that's almost like trying to hold like a car manufacturer responsible for like
traffic
accidents, yeah, and stuff. It's not gonna work, but
or like Pepsi.
ooh, yeah, that would be nice. Hold them accountable for my insomnia. So, switch to diet and it tastes like shit. But yeah, I think that we could see things more switch to like 3D printing and stuff like that because of the way the technology is now. It's like it's possible for you to manufacture your own gun. But in mass production, I think it is irresponsible to not hold them to a higher standard of how they're distributed, how they're created, and how they're tracked after the creation and distribution of it.
Probably a little smarter technology there would be better. Right now they're relying on hand stamped serial numbers.
Bitcoin Ben in the chat. Yeah, dude, I still have my quarantine locks going strong. I swear to God, every time I touch my head, I hear hair break. So I have a feeling all my hair is just gonna fall out, and my I'm just gonna have really short hair in a couple weeks because it's all gonna fall out.
Even if it doesn't, Ken, at this point, shave it like it does and go live and be like, oh, look what I did.
I should shave myself
That's
like a
what
big bald spot and just be like the Bitcoin halvening. It's making me age.
Get it, bro. Broke off.
Oh yeah, that's right, DJ McPopsicle. It's funny. Kyle Kemper is the Prime Minister's brother. I always forget about that shit, dude. Constantly forgetting that I hang out with the Prime Minister's bro, and he's my bro.
That is what's up.
All right, let's see here. All right, so I wanted to segue into some topics here for 3D. I thought he'd be able to, bring the audience up to light on. What are your thoughts right now on Steam and Hive, man? Since we've seen sort of like the nuclear fallout settle, right? Like I feel like it's kind of the worst is past us with this divorce, this community divorce. Where do you kind of stand now on like Steam and Hive?
It's like, okay, so I still use automated posting with Steemit, and I still get downvoted constantly on Steemit, and Hive has been like a ghost town. And it's like, to me, they're almost in the exact same boat. Like, Steemit might have its problems with censoring people, but Hive it still seems to have a lack of discovery or a lack of constant users.
You called it Hive it. I feel like I'm gonna go and Hive it forever. That's funny. Yeah, I did notice the ghost town vibe though. I use what is this wallet on my phone? I think it's eSteam or something like that. The interface.
Yeah, eSteam.
Yeah, I had to log in with my Steam private key, which I wasn't super happy about. But yeah, it wasn't too hard. Yeah, eSteam is like the mobile thing if you guys are watching, and you can get like a straight up look into the Hive social media page from eSteam. So it feels like Reddit meets Twitter, I think.
Right.
Which is pretty cool. I got 5 alerts, so it looks like I got upvotes. Oh, Full Time Geek. Full Time Geek hit me with my first 100% upvote, which is fucking intense. It's probably like $10 or something.
What happens when you're full time, bro?
Yeah, he is a full-time geek though. Straight up. Oh, hello world. There it is. Where's my earnings? Oh, I made $5.63 on my Hello World Hive post. That's pretty damn cool. That was 10 days ago, and I haven't used it since. And that is my qualm, though, is I still kind of go to Steam it, out of habit.
Yeah. And it's like it's something that you can keep using even if they can't censor you, so why stop, right?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like even like people that get banned on YouTube still kind of go back to YouTube when they're over it.
Yeah.
Like I had like a political qualm with the whole thing. I'm doing a podcast. Right. Yeah, that's why I didn't answer the door when you knocked the first time.
I did knock before.
Okay. You done? Sorry about that. Where was I? Completely lost my train of thought.
YouTube, watching people Steam.
Yeah, dude. After Justin and everything, all that happened, like I get it. I was as angry as everybody else, but like at the end of the day, it's still ours. Steam it. It's still ours. Like I don't know. I feel like abandoning ship and everything that happened was sort of like a victory within a defeat. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
It felt like a win on the outside, but on the inside, it's like, fuck, bro. Like, how did we just let this man come in and take the community that was ours? Like, that doesn't even seem possible, but here we are. It completely was possible. Are there any other projects that you're looking at that could potentially have a similar situation where we see, a partnership or an acquisition occur where, any other projects that you're looking at that with this same potential as Steam It and what happened with Justin?
Like I've seen on Rebuzz, there's people that were abusing the system, and some of them have some kind of coding skills, and since it's an open blockchain, they could actually just build another interface for it. I think that they got a potential there. If someone really wanted to compete, you could get something similar where they could offer you to go to their user interface instead of the Rebuzz user interface, and you'd still be on the exact same blockchain. So they have a potential marketing blast at Rebuzz since Rebuzz is still pretty new.
Yeah, I was going to talk to Adam, and I wanted to talk to Christopher from SoMe, since they both built projects from a fork of Steemit, and I actually wanted to kind of get like a group podcast similar to this going with creators of projects that forked from Steemit, like Bravo, Rebuzz, SoMe, and kind of see where they're at with the Hive's blockchain scenario and see if they're gonna, fork their project's efforts, or are they gonna stand where they're at right now with the Steam at blockchain being, their catalyst kickoff.
Right. And that'd be a good podcast to do.
Yo, Kevin, is Pepsi paying you? What are you doing? You got to get me some of that Pepsi sponsor money.
I buy it by the 2-4 now.
Okay. Yo, how's when you go shopping? How's like the paper money vibe up in Canada?
Well, ours is like a polymer, right?
Right. Is it still like, people over here are like, oh, that paper money, it's got coronavirus on it. Yeah, get it away.
I'll tell you, and then we got to talk about it specifically. So, for the most part, you can use cash as you want to, but people are just kind of, everything is kind of catered around the electronic tap. Just keep it simple. Nobody has to touch the dirty money. So that's a new phobia out there, right? Dirty coronavirus money.
Right. When I was in Canada hanging out with you, you have a really cool app for your bank, and it's almost like how everybody in Asia has the WeChat app. Everybody in Canada basically has a bank app on their phone, and you can tap and pay with it super conveniently. Way more convenient than here in the States.
Tap pay, and I can send you like $3,000 right to your bank account through an email.
Yeah, that's way more convenient. I mean, we have options like Venmo, PayPal, and all that, but it's not. You're talking about a legit banking app. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's all self-contained in that. So the idea would be eventually something built around cryptocurrency technologies could do the same thing, and the consumer just interacts with it in the same way. It's just numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're talking about dollars in a bank, or
it's all centralized ledger.
I have this many numbers or something, and I want to buy that, and it costs that many numbers, and I'm good with that. I'm good with that exchange, and I just continue to move forward, right? So, I don't know what the plan was with this. How much did they pump into the economy to keep it spinning while this virus runs its course?
I heard over here was like $1 trillion, possibly so pushing like 2 trillion.
But I also heard it was 6. 2 up to 6.
We have to audit. We don't know how much money they decided to print. We only know how much money they decided to tell us. And then here in the States, I mean, dude, Trump gave me $1,200, but he gave me $1,200 with a 37% interest rate on it. Like, come the fuck on, bro.
Yeah.
So Carl Roberts says 7 trillion. DJ Me Popsicle saying 6. Dude, all I know is I got $1,200, and I owe them a hell of a lot more than $1,200 for the hookup.
What was it, like a loan?
Yeah, that's what exactly. The stimulus is a loan with a 37% interest rate on it. Like
when does that start ticking? Like right away?
I don't know, but yo, Doug, what are your thoughts? Because I am never gonna pay that fucking back, and I'm never gonna give them the interest on the money, and I have a hard feeling nobody is going to be paying them back. So, what are they gonna do?
Interest on fake money?
Huh?
You want to pay some interest on fake money that just printed?
Right, exactly. I was like, yo, I'm buying Bitcoin with this $1,200 because the U.S. dollar is such a shitcoin. They're giving it away by the thousands.
It's like, I don't know. It's like I got denied it, so I don't have to pay interest back.
What the fuck? How did you even get denied? And I haven't done taxes in 6 years.
I don't know. I probably haven't done taxes nearly as long. They completely denied me. My wife, they told her that she'd get it because we filed separate, and married but separate, and she's still waiting on hers. Like, we don't think we're ever going to see hers ever. But yeah, you got to pay 37% on that. It's going to be like the thing to end taxes, So
on your paycheck, you're just going to see it show up. It's just going to be a whole new tax, and everybody's going to have to chip in and pay for it.
Yeah.
So even the people that got denied, like yourself, you go and cash your paycheck from your employer, you're going to see that you had to pay back money that you were denied even getting.
Yeah, I'd have to pay back the Corona tech, yeah.
But
they did just call it some other name and probably tap on like 5 things and be like the universal economy tax.
DJ Me Popsicle said Trump will make Mexico pay for it, and that is fucking epic. This one's for you, DJ.
No, it's going to be the... I forget now. For fuck's sakes. Anyways.
You should smoke more. You'd remember more things.
I know. That's what I heard.
Might not be the right thing you remembered, but Your mind won't be blank.
It was good at the time. Just take my word for it. You guys don't even have to hear it, but it was good.
So let's get on over to the next topic I have here. Is what is it? What do you think? Is it halving, havening? How do you say havening?
No L. HAVENING.
Yeah, I saw your comment having. I can't say it without the L. I need the L. Havening.
I can't even say the L. Havening.
It's so hard to say.
I'm gonna go with HALFING.
Halfing.
Happening.
Halfing.
Halfing.
It's halfing.
Happening.
No.
DJ me put halfening. I
What
like
is
it, like
the
halfenny.
actual?
Rest in peace.
What is the right answer?
I asked Twitter, so I'm just gonna keep letting the poll go. But right now it looks like havening, with the en, the extra en in there, havening.
Oh, happening. Okay, I like that one.
I think that one makes it sound more sincere, more serious, maybe more.
Like it's instead of happening, it's happening.
Right. It almost has like a dark vibe to it, like you know what I mean, like. Shit, like the thinning of the herd or something. Yeah, it has like that bad
Look at the
ass
light.
vibe. When you say the halving or the having, it doesn't. The having
sounds more kiddish.
Yeah, it sounds kiddish, but the having, something to that. I don't know if it's that extra syllable or not, man, but something to it just like triggers when I hear it, and it just gives me chills. Having. Someone should make a fucking horror movie called The Bitcoin Happening. Yeah, it's happening. The happening is happening in 7 days, potentially 5.
What does that mean?
It's so.
That means that, like, if you're a miner, you get paid less Bitcoin, or what?
Yeah,
like
man.
Yeah.
Your paycheck just got cut in half every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, is it good to buy Bitcoin right now, even at 9K?
I think it's under 9K. I think yesterday or the other day was your last chance to buy Bitcoin over 9K.
Guys, fuck, I missed out.
Yeah, it was a good time to buy at a high for sure. I mean, this my opinion on it all is right now with the world economy eating complete shit, setting up the world economy for a worldwide depression, bypassing the entire recession situation. I mean, you could look at the supply chain. Google local meat market. Good fucking luck. Local chicken farm or whatever. Like, the supply chains are fucked all around. I just don't see anybody doing what they expect people to do in this position. Like, this is Bitcoin's made for 2020. This is what Bitcoin was built for. Yeah, I get that, but it's not ready for it. It's a little premature. It's like bringing a baby Superman to a fucking, a bank robbery. Yeah, it's Superman, but it's still in diapers. Let Superman grow up a little bit, So nobody's going to be jumping into the Bitcoin lifeboats, in my opinion. I think everyone's going to go to cash, US dollar. And I think we could see the stocks, gold, crypto, everything's going to take its justifiable hit. I mean, fuck, dude. Even Elon Musk said that Tesla stock is too fucking expensive. None of it makes sense. Everything is overvalued, and it's just, you saw the semi-price correction and everyone got mad. It's almost like pointing at the glitch in the matrix and it's your fault, we're in a simulation.
What, they're saying that it went up too high too quick from the crash, or?
No, just Elon Musk said his Tesla stocks are too expensive. He thinks that they're not worth what people are willing to buy them for and sell them for, and they took a little bit of a hit for it. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's almost like, same thing towards Bitcoin. I just don't. I don't think it's gonna do what everybody expects it to do and be like this giant lifeboat in a really shitty situation. There's just the world economy isn't ready for it. They've been just playing with it with mom and pop coffee shops.
Yeah, I have to agree there. Like, if you looked in February, Microsoft stocks dropped the entire worth of the crypto market, and just like 6 days, it went down 232 billion. So with their loss there, if they could have someone to buy out their debt, they could buy off all of the available crypto on the market one swoop, and only the coins that could continue would be the ones that still proof of work or coins that have mineable backing on it. So then, the reason why I don't think we see those bigger companies getting in is they could just, they really like it, they just wipe it out, move it out of existence, keep moving on, and do it the way they're already doing it. They don't have to change nothing the way they're doing it.
Right. You're
But
right.
that's
That's true. Yeah,
that's
I
why we
mean,
need the small places to do it. That way, at least you can keep it going.
yeah, by the time Bitcoin is even ready for mass adoption in the economic sense, where you could just like walk into a Walmart and potentially just use your Bitcoin finally at the register, which would be, that's ideal. I think we'll have mainlined digital dollar from the governments by then. I think this is streamlining. This whole pandemic thing is streamlining the digital dollar thing. They're focusing on the economy completely 100%. They're focusing on the dollar. They're focusing on very sneaky interest rates and taxations that they're going to be able to get away with through, like, getting things passed during this moment. I think that there was a lot of red tape that the government had when it came to the Federal Reserve, the IRS, and the US dollar, which is why we haven't seen it completely digitalized by now. And I think that this pandemic gave the government enough power to just cut through the red tape that the Federal Reserve or the IRS or some of these other institutions may have had. Now that they can just go ahead and implement this, central
Dollar.
bank digital currency (CBDC). God, it's so stupid. It sounds like a stupid fucking Sesame Street song when you say it like that. But yeah, I think we're probably going to see government currency digitalized used before Bitcoin even gets a chance.
And say if the Federal Reserve or someone came out with digital dollar and it wasn't quite the cash dollar or the cash, then you could, if you hyperinflated the USD, you could onboard everybody over to avoid old interest rates, old taxes. Hey, look, everything you have on that old money, we'll just forget that debt if you come to digital dollar. And it could be an on-ramp thing, especially like bigger companies. If you got Walmart who has more debt than they have cash in hand, because they're not like Apple or Microsoft, where they over have $130 billion. They might have to save their people all their work by, okay, we have to move the digital dollar because we can't get cash. We can't get this. All the things being printed are in $100 bills. What happens when we run out of ones? What happens when we run out of fives? What happens because we had to burn them? We thought they might be contagious for coronavirus, and then we're hyperinflating our market. Do
you think that there would be would this come in the form of an airdrop or a token swap? So, like, do I go to the bank and give them physical dollars and I now get my digital dollars? Or because I had X amount of US dollars, now I have X amount of digital US dollars, DUSD or whatever?
Yeah, you probably run the chance of just saying, okay, the cash dollar has gone to zero. You have to move the digital dollar and start over.
I mean, I'm down for that. You know how many people are in debt from college? Like, college student loan debt is insane. Damn, that's actually not a bad idea if they did go down that route. But I remember, what was it, last week or was it this week? Shit, man, pandemic lockdown got me fucked up. But Putin was talking shit on cryptocurrencies, and it was recent. I don't know if it was like a week ago or yesterday, but he was talking about how no nation should have or country should have its own cryptocurrency because the currency would then be borderless, and that's not what you want for a nation's money. And that does make some sense for a first world country like Russia, but I think maybe like Venezuela may have a different opinion of the utility behind actually being able to get your currency outside of its nation borders and give it more purchasing power by getting more value in the market cap.
Yeah, like that's actually I saw that when he was talking about it with that guy on the article and stuff, like the actual cast. He also doesn't allow his people to buy crypto. You can only mine it there. Like that what happened in March, where no one can ever cryptocurrency in Russia. You can't outside of Russia, but you can still use it within Russia. So yeah, he had a plan on that because he protects his people from being scammed and everything. They paying it one way or another, and you have to use it for the country. And at the same time, if during that lockdown, then he was getting in March.
Yo,
But
3D,
I love his
your
point of view
mic's a
on
little low and you're lagging a little bit.
it. Okay.
Sorry about that. I just wanted the people to be able to hear you.
Vodka coin. Vodka coin.
Okay.
Sorry about that, man. We could barely hear you. Sorry.
That's all I got to say. Because he already locked his people out of buying it, it really protects his people. And then since we're in lockdown, he was just getting people ready to not buy stuff outside the country to try to protect his people more.
Yeah, well, China's got like the 60 to 70% mining dominance. Maybe Putin's looking at it like you're buying another country's export, and
Yeah.
not paying the import tax on doing it, and that's what could really cause detriment to an economy. Is now you're not having any kind of taxation on importing and exporting of goods, and all of a sudden the money is the import, export, and the goods.
Yeah. That's a good point. But it's like, I think it was a Spanish country. They had it on a bill-in 2016. It's when the bank took everybody's money all at once, and then they sold the banking rights to another company to take over the national bank. It's like, what if countries start doing stuff like that to get around having around like you said, Venezuela would be that'd be a good thing if Venezuela could build a good one. There should be other countries that just buy into theirs and really boost their economy if they wanted.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, you have what is it, the Calgary dollar and the Alberta dollar? I mean, there's Providence in Canada that have created their own like centralized currency in some sort. It is like a digital currency. It's like an app you can get, and you get points that are spendable within the province. Have you gotten a chance to play with any of the like Alberta dollars and stuff?
No, you heard of an Alberta dollar?
Yeah, so when I was out there for the Bitcoin rodeo, and
that was a while ago, man.
Yeah, they had the Stampede. I was there for the Stampede, and I saw that they had this sign on some of their restaurants, and like all over it just said Alberta dollars or something accepted here at Calgary. I can't remember the name now, but it was like their own little currency.
I think it's still there. I haven't seen it. Like I haven't used it because I haven't been in Calgary, I guess. I don't know. I've never heard of it myself. Can you hear me okay or no?
Yeah, I can hear you. We hear you fine. I wanted to see if, you had any opinion on, like, maybe Canada's kind of testing more of that. Because you could see, like, if it works in one place, it could work in multiple provinces. You could see maybe centralized digital currencies sort of like being tokens, like ERC-20s, backed by the original government currency that is maybe decentralized. So now they have multiple centralized currencies that are kind of backed by this one decentralized currency. I don't know. Just a thought. Yeah, DJV Popsicle said it's called the Calgary dollar. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I've never seen it, but I'm assuming it's usable in some of the city aspects of Calgary, and I mean it's like anything else. If we're talking about Calgary dollar, good crypto, or goats, trading goats, it was all a currency that was very relative.
Yeah, I could see that it
being better. You had use for it.
Yeah, I can see it being better for maybe the even homeless population. Because instead of giving somebody cash when they're homeless, it's basically like giving them a gift card to the store they're standing outside of. So now they're less incentivized to maybe do something else with it than get something to eat, or So yeah, I think that might be a decent direction. I mean, we have a couple states here I feel like would be an interesting to test it. Probably something small, Rhode Island, or crypto friendly, like what is it? Damn, where did they just pass the whole crypto tax thing again?
Delaware, maybe? No.
I'm blanking on it.
Crypto tax?
Oregon?
No.
Ohio? Dakota? New York? Well, New York's always had some weird laws on
crypto.
Florida.
No, Nevada's always had the tax-free. Somebody else recently just did it. I can't remember who. Was it Wyoming? No, that wasn't it. Damn it!
Could it be
Somebody.
Florida? No.
No, but somebody recently did it where they were just like, your crypto's like tax-free and stuff like that, and we're not gonna like. I think it's even like a law that the state passed where they're not going to ask for your like public address or private keys. So I think they're even playing around with doing it here in the States, even with like Bitcoin, even. But I mean, I would see those states, even like I guess Nevada, just have Nevada play around with their own. Wyoming. Thank you. It does sound right. All right. Now that you say it, it does sound right. All right. But you can see like even Nevada, Las Vegas having their own little currency that they created, where it's only accepted inside their borders for their goods and services, where it could maybe stimulate more economic growth without causing any kind of the economic backlash of like having too much of a circulating currency. Like just dropping $2 trillion or $6 trillion into an economy it's gonna fuck shit up. I mean, look at everything.
And if you had like a bunch of states that own currency, then you could have like those. Imagine when they have to start trading state to state, or pay state. I got to pay that state's currency to pay them their debt. Its own weird type of self-injecting from one state to another.
Well, with even the just cannabis market alone, we've seen how much tax can be generated from these new market growths, and they actually have states that have to start sharing the revenue from that. So some states that don't have a lot of this in their projection, they don't have legal cannabis, medical or recreational, so like they could introduce that to stimulate it. And I don't know, like crypto alone, I mean, like you mentioned earlier, Russia is more incentivized to mine it. There could be like a tax break for those who mine or run nodes for the currency of the city or state or country, whatever they're in.
Yep.
I run a Pennsylvania node for the Philadelphia economy, and I get a reward for contributing as a node operator.
A new type of work, right?
Right, exactly.
Maybe like part of the IT class, you'd have to.
Yeah, I think a lot of jobs are going to be created, and a lot of new industries will even be created that we didn't even think would be a market. Like, who in the United States ever thought cannabis would be a market for tax revenue? Never. And now it's there. It's the thing. And I mean, look at crypto. Cryptocurrency didn't even exist. Now start to implement that into like the system as well. Like, there's a lot. Like people are worried about their jobs in the future. People are worried. I mean, you lose jobs, but then new things are created that didn't even exist before.
I agree there.
Like with this with the pandemic, how many more cleaning services and disinfecting services are there going to be?
Tons. It's going to be like one of the new mom and pop flash shops where you get it for a while, then you sell it to someone else who wants to do it. And you're right. Like, this is just teaching people to stretch for things they didn't try before.
Hey Kevin, have you thought about that? Maybe starting a coronavirus disinfecting company? Just you go.
Not at this point, no.
Because you show houses and stuff, don't you? Like sell houses or build houses and shit, man.
Yeah, build houses. Yeah.
Yeah, so like you could get into the whole like disinfecting houses for like COVID-19 before like a realtor does a showing. Or like after they do a showing of like an open house, you could like walk in and disinfect the house when you're like everyone's done checking it out.
It is a market. I agree.
Thank you. I want 50% of the business or no deal. Wait, what?
Yeah, you can have it all, man. I gotta pump a hand sanitizer at the front door of the house that I'm building, and some instructions on how people should work around each other. And that's my COVID, maybe not contribution, but me abiding by them rules and regulations. But I did look at, because I got an email, actually. I had some suppliers from China, and they were selling the N95 masks and things of that nature. And that was probably a couple weeks into the the pandemic.
Yeah, those masks got real popular real fast.
Well, they're the real deal, I guess. They do
Yeah, I mean, everyone's making them. Louis Vuitton's making the masks, and everybody. I mean, that's cool and all. I mean, I have like a bandana or something, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. I
I
think
think you got a like a Wu-Tang mask or something, not Wu-Tang, something.
I got a Bitcoin one.
Bitcoin mask, that's what it is.
Yeah, somewhere around here. I don't know where I put it now.
And it's like a over your ears mask.
Yeah, the Bitcoin ones goes over the ears, and then I have one from my buddy that I can use to hide my face, like the whole thing, and then I have another one from Tweed, actually. Dude, I have them
Yeah, I
all
remember that
around
one,
me,
yeah.
but I don't know where. Like, I swear I just, like, threw everything, like, in a pile somewhere before I went live, and I actually had the mask because I had to go to the store earlier. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to seeing, I don't want to say a paperless currency world or whatever. Like, I think paper money is an important part of the economy, and it always will be. We'll never, in my lifetime, even if I live a long life, I'm never gonna see a paperless money world. Like, paper money is going to be more important than the digital currency. I believe. I mean, criminals are still going to choose physical cash over digital dollars all day, every day.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah,
I know
but
what I
think
mean.
about this. Think about that. Like we're in this crisis and nobody's taking cash. So you got hundreds of thousands of dollars stashed in your mattress and you can't even fucking use it. If banking system wasn't a gateway for you to just take your cash,
Yeah,
put it in the
but
bank, then be digital.
most criminals, on average, are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
People in general are stupid, but criminals are just stupid, bro. And like to expect them to deal with the potential of having that $1 million in their mattress not be accessible because they forgot a password, not an option. Not an option. That industry will not allow that potential to ever come their way. It's not in their profit margins for their risk loss management. This is why Fortune 500 companies haven't even decided to get into this really yet, is because their accountability for when technicalities go wrong, like private keys get lost or an encryption gets corrupted or backups are fucking hacked, something happens, the chain of responsibility is serious. And if you look at like Fortune 500s and shit like that, and like hedge funds, if they fuck up that money, that's it. Like they're fired to never get a job. They'll never work in this town again. But criminals, they're gonna get fucking killed, bro, or their families will get killed right in front of them, type shit. You think they're gonna take a chance of putting 6, 7, 8 figures worth of other criminal money into this technology with the potential of the password not letting them have it? I don't know, man. I think these TV shows and shit it's cool that they're using it, but I don't think real criminals will ever choose crypto over physical cash just because the mattress may set on fire.
I'm just wondering,
Right.
like, if the government said, okay, if you have cash, you're now a criminal, would criminals then be more tempted to go with like Monero or another privacy coin, or take all their cash at a time, dump it to some nerd, get a
I
bunch of
Even if
computers?
they use Monero or Dash Bro, it would just be that middleman thing. It'd be like Venmo. They would get
No,
it and cash out immediately. They would mix it. They would do. It would just be a means to the cash at the end of the light, or at the end, the
I see
light
what
at the end of
you're
the tunnel. You know what I mean? God damn it! But it's still always about cash. It's always about cash. I mean, look at the stock market right now. How everybody basically wanted cash. The gold and cryptocurrency. And people are buying these things in case of emergency. Break glass, sell all for cash. People buy gold to have more cash later. People buy Bitcoin to get more cash for later. That's why we're happy that Bitcoin goes up and is worth more cash later. Like everyone's like, "Oh, Bitcoin's worth $9,000 in cash." That's why you're happy, because you can now get $9,000 in cash for your Bitcoin. It's you know what I mean? People are always going to want cash, man. At the end of the day, at least within this generation, maybe
This generation for sure.
our grandkids may not, but this generation, I'm never gonna see where the U.S. dollar loses to cryptocurrency. Not happening.
Okay.
I
I
mean,
can't disagree with that.
yeah, the U.S. dollar has nukes, military, and government enforcement throughout the United Nations for the petrodollar backed by oil. You know what I mean? Like, to compete with that, you need to be mandatory. So for any cryptocurrency to beat the U.S. dollar in anything, the government would have to make it mandatory. So then now you have to use BTC or else. Now, yeah, Bitcoin beat the U.S. dollar. It's mainstream. But until
that's why the those banks with the like you were saying earlier, the CDBCs are a better ideal, because if you could say, okay, having cash on you makes you a criminal, period, and they're gonna try to onboard everybody there. That's when criminals might even be able to dump to like rewards cards and start doing company rewards cards programs and really break down the niche of what money really is.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like it's funny that you said that. I feel like the rewards cards or gift cards and things like that. That was big topic of conversation around like 9/11 and shit about how like terrorist cells and criminals moved money around the world was like through like fucking Xbox gift cards or something and like Amazon cards and
iTunes, bro.
Yeah, iTunes.
Right now, play cards are
yeah.
the big thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Scammers will do it for play cards. Like, give me your Google Play card. Buy me a Google Play card. Give me the number of the phone, and they'll call that payment for scamming you out of service.
That's funny. You're
so
right.
What do? They get these. Okay, so they get these cards. Then do they sell them on 50 cents on the dollar to somebody that wants them?
Yeah, they sell the number digitally on another market for a different kind of currency, and even if they make at cost, well, they still got someone to buy it for them. Yes. They don't have to up it.
Yeah, it's just one way of laundering money, tumbling it, mixing it, whatever you want to call it. But then when we do it in crypto, it's it's such a crime. But I can go across the street to the local pharmacy and I can launder $10,000 to a few gift cards, and nobody would be the wiser. Yeah, but there's no KYC on gift cards. No KYC on gift cards, bro. I could send a shit ton of Red Lobster dollars your way. What's up?
Hey,
what's up?
What about the sweat coin talk?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. So I'm mad at sweat coin, bro. I don't understand. It just feels like it doesn't work for me, and it may be because I don't have mobile data, so I only use Wi-Fi hotspots and shit. But like,
that's why,
dude. Sweatcoin's like you took 30 steps this year. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's right for me, and I just don't feel like it adds up or anything. And then I lost faith in that XYO shit too, man. I don't know. Everything.
Tell us about it, 3D. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, restore my faith in Sweatcoin, bro, because I like the idea a lot.
Okay, so like I've been using Sweatcoin, I think, since before 2017 or right around 2017, and I absolutely love it. Like I use it to get my fitness equipment or fitness, training, free training courses and stuff, like the stuff that you would want to use to stay fit type stuff. But yeah, you got to use it outside. You got to use it where you're not inside of a building and you need to have a pretty good antenna. You need to have mobile data. The XYO, I didn't like it at all. Although Sweatcoin doesn't actually collect and store your data you're providing them. It's just your data is being used as a proof. So like you go walk, so many miles out, and they can record your actual GPS tracking. They can hash that down, or so to speak, and then use that as a proof without actually using your data. While like XYO and stuff, they're directly selling your data to use as marketing and things like that.
But, so how much USD have you made in Sweatcoin?
I don't know offhand. I know for 2 years in a row without Sweatcoin providing me any funds, I did a giveaway for Sweatember, all September long. 5 people every day received 5 to 10 Sweatcoins, and I did that for 2 different years, and I still have hundreds and hundreds of Sweatcoin right now on me. But
Kevin just went to check his Sweatcoin wallet.
No,
I
I,
didn't want to go do
Oh,
it on
maybe I'm a
stream.
Sweatcoin whale. Hold on, guys. Be right back.
But I hoard it until I can either use it for something on there or take out
well,
like
give me an
card
idea.
or
Like,
anything.
you've made enough for a Snickers bar, or you made enough for,
Um,
Rambo,
I've probably gone
or
out to
somewhere in
eat. I've
between.
probably gone out to eat at Arby's at least twice on it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah, I
that
can
you.
relate with that. I like Arby's.
I saw you can get pretty close to like the gift cards and stuff like that pretty quickly on there. I was introduced to it, and I know that when I was at conferences and stuff like that, like you said, you have to be outside, and I have never really paid for a phone bill or anything, so I don't have any mobile data ever. But even just using it the way I do have a decent amount of sweat coin accumulated. And the only thing that sucks though is it's a battery killer. Like, yo, that shit will run your battery down.
Oh
What do you
yeah.
think? Will it run yours? You notice that?
Like every so often they'll put out an app that or an update that will start to my battery. But I'm in like close talks with them. I'm always talking with them on their Play Store and through email because if you really got a problem with them, you just got to contact them, tell them what phone you're using, and they'll try to push an update to that type of device. And
You know
so
where they advertise the most 3D?
probably on faucets.
TikTok. Bro,
uh,
I can't go a second. Like, I don't even use TikTok anymore because I got banned on purpose. But I've seen other people like nearby using TikTok, and there's always a Sweatcoin commercial or like
How
some really unique Sweatcoin TikTok ad.
how did you get banned? That's awesome. I want to hear this story.
Well, I found out it was China owned, and it was just, basically
Yeah.
manipulating money from children. I said, well, fuck this. All I did was post
I'm in
videos.
here.
I posted videos of me smoking weed, and I posted on the video, because you can put like text on it, hashtag freedom for Hong Kong. And China, I guess, didn't like that, and they kicked me off their app.
So is the theory that it's like it says a Russian communist owned company and they're pulling everybody's data like they
Well,
were
it's
that
China
shit that
owned.
take
The
your
Chinese
picture.
government basically owns the guy who owns the company.
Right.
well, China has
It's
that
pretty popular though,
phone
isn't it?
Yeah,
thing.
but that's the problem is it is really popular, but they censor a lot. And at the time, right before this whole pandemic broke loose, the hashtag Freedom for Hong Kong protesters were reaching to social media to spread awareness because mainstream media wasn't covering what was happening in Hong Kong with the Chinese government. And when they got to TikTok, it was like it was all eradicated. It was obliterated. It didn't exist. The second you uploaded anything on TikTok that would show like the police beating the shit out of peaceful protesters, it was just deleted and taken down. And then other people around the world started making other content like on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. If you mentioned what was happening in China with the hashtag Freedom for Hong Kong, and no matter where you were being censored. So yeah, that was like a really shitty situation for all them, and I don't know. I just decided to burn my TikTok account before I got sucked into it and contributed to it. So
Yeah.
That's probably a good thing. Like I use the Chinese AI face fusion app, and they share everything over there. They have like a sharing policy, so like other companies are getting your data as well, just because it's being shared to China. So if your face is uploaded to other websites and stuff. So now when you go to other websites trying to connect to like Billy or something like that, they're already watching you, they're already tracking you, they already know you, just see your face.
yep. Yeah, I mean, when you start to use a lot of those Snapchat filters and you're doing this to your face, you're just scanning your face and giving them all of this information to fuck with. And I just, like, I'm not thinking even Big Brother level. You can bring it down to Little Brother level. I don't want to walk past myself in Grand Theft Auto 25. You know what I mean? Like, where the fuck did
Yeah.
they get my face? This is me. And like I'm selling hot dogs on the corner, and I hit the hot dog stand with my Ferrari. I get out of the car, and it's Grand Theft Auto 25, and here I am looking at my face in the video game because Snapchat sold my fucking data to Grand Theft Auto. Like that's some little brother level creepy shit I don't want to run into.
No, that'd be worse when you're in VR. You know, imagine the panic attack you'll have in VR looking at yourself dead on the
Kevin,
ground.
could you
in that
imagine
GTA
if you
game.
were a stock photo in like an ad in VR where like it's just like a Pepsi, it's a fucking Pepsi commercial, and there's a picture of Kevin's face on a billboard in virtual reality.
That'd be funny.
Dude, it happens. I've seen pictures like what Kevin's doing right now. People upload to Facebook or Instagram. Coke have taken those photos and used them for other things. You know, that's a little bit. It could say like they planted it. Like a lot of influencers in like the branding world are kind of plants. So like it looks like Coke may have used their photo, but really it was like a planned event, like a marketing stunt.
Yeah. It's like, did you see that May the 4th thing with Disney?
Yes.
And they're like, oh, if you tweet with this, whatever you're agreeing to our end user agreement, well, that's one of their plans was they were trying to pick up ad source. Like even Twitter does tweet ads where there's ad billboards with tweets on there from people. You know, yeah. So I completely believe you about the VR part. It's funny though to see him.
I can't wait for it, dude. But you're right. Fuck Disney. That sucks. It really does suck. Hopefully, I actually deleted disabled my Disney Plus account, and I've gone back to pirating. So like, fuck Disney. Like I'm not cool. I'm just not cool
Once
with
you
that.
get
Like, they have to.
Mandalorian,
This is why we can't have nice things, man. Because these fucking Nazis survive and become a company like Disney, and because they make such great fucking shit and do all this stuff and like do charities and whatever, like people forget the evil that really is Disney. You know what I mean? And now they're around this long and this far ahead in the game, and just like fuck Disney, bro. I'm so
Mickey.
mad.
I mean, Mickey has pointed ears. They just pulled them to the side and they turn around. He's a fucking devil.
Not even that. Look into the Mickey patent and the IP battle with the trademark office and the public domain office and all that shit, dude. Like, well, the whole Disney thing with Mickey Mouse and public domain is just enough to make you sick. It's so communistically sick. But here they are doing their thing with the hashtag May the 4th be with you. I'm so pissed because like I want to use it at the same time. I don't want to like give them any power, so I decided to do the way I did it. I was like, fuck at Disney. I posted an article. I posted an article, a link to an article you can read, but basically they're trying to trademark a hashtag. Like they came up with it and they own the rights to it.
What,
and like,
May the 4th be with you?
Yeah. So like right now, if you want, Kevin, you can go to teespring.com and you can make a t-shirt that says hashtag May the 4th be with you. And it's completely legal for you to sell it. But now Disney wants to own it. So if you sell it, they sue you.
Huh.
Huh, indeed, sir. Huh, indeed.
So if, like, you make the hashtag...
They didn't even make the fucking hashtag. They didn't even own Star Wars when the hashtag became a thing. And even Lucasfilms, he didn't even own the fucking hashtag. He didn't create it. The community created it.
Who created it?
The community, bro.
What about R2D2? Did he do it?
You're probably gonna have to check that who said it first on the Twitter bot thing, and just put it in there. See who said it first.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see. Somebody do me a favor. ACU5, how goes it, bro? Somebody go, Brian S. Hey, how goes it? I see you. Somebody see who was the first person on Twitter. When was the first May 4th? Be with you. Like, what May 4th was the first May 4th for be with you?
What May 4th was the first May 4th be with you?
Yeah, it was hard for me to feel. I couldn't conjure the recipe for that sentence.
Google it.
I see that ACU5 posted a link in the chat. I can't click it now because then it will probably fuck up the whole live stream. But I'm going to start to wrap things up
Oh,
because it looks like Kevin has a whole life to get back to.
why? Because everybody's talking to me for fuck's
Yeah,
sakes.
I was like, Kevin has a whole life to get back to.
Oh, we.
Um,
I went from like me and my wife here to me and my wife and my sister-in-law and her son and her brother, and so
are
it's
you all
busy.
quarantined together?
Yeah, we're all together. Yep.
Dude, you know what's funny? A lot of people have been going, and I'm sure. I mean, they. And I don't want to assume, but they have their own place they could be at, right?
Oh yeah, bedrooms and apartments. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But they're choosing to do more of like the communal huddle thing up and just like group house together, right? For like the pandemic, just for that, right?
Yeah. Well, no, it's. I mean, they're here because of their circumstances, but it's working out fine. They're able to. Well, one of them's a frontline worker, like a PSW. My wife
Oh,
is, and so is
cool.
my
Yeah.
sister-in-law. So they're working all the time.
Dude, I've seen a lot
Um,
of people grouping up during this, and like I have my cousins here, my brother and stuff. Like, we got some family, and like, I don't know, I seen a lot of people grouping up during this, and it's funny because I'm like waiting for them to stop paying double rent, because like most of the people have like an apartment somewhere else, but they're staying with their mom or their brother or their cousin or their in laws somewhere else because of the
yeah,
pandemic, and yeah, I think that's I don't know. I think that's beautiful. I love that.
yeah,
because we're bringing people together, right?
Right, like this, they wanted to separate us by saying don't go outside. You know, you're not allowed to socially, commute and gather and hang out, and now you can, because like I have like 6 people that live here now, and we could all go outside and stand in our own front yard and have like a picnic, and nobody could tell us what to do social distance wise. But like, I don't know, it almost feels like, I don't know, it's
I get what you're
scary.
saying.
In the system.
Right, it's scary how they won't let us get
I
together, but
mean,
it's
at the end of
beautiful
the
how
day,
it's
you're a
bringing us
family.
together.
You're, yeah, I get what you're saying.
All right, I want to wrap things up with a weird question, random weird question, kind of to end things on here. I'll start with Kevin and then 3D. All right, what is the weirdest like food you've broken down to eating recently? Like, is there anything like you were just like, I'm gonna eat this or whatever, and you normally wouldn't, but it was like the last thing in the fridge, and you were waiting to go shopping? Like quarantine last resort meal. Have you had to come down to any of those yet?
No, I just like still some of the all the like well, a lot of the restaurants still do like pick up and stuff. So I pick up food sometimes. We make food because we've got more people here to feed. Um, Unfortunately, I won't be the best contributor to this fucking
Yo, I'm just
experiment.
curious because I've seen a lot of people online saying that they like ran out of food and they have like made some crazy like scrap meals. And I'm just curious if that has happened to anybody I know. So I figured I'd ask.
Um, like with me, I actually like cook all the food and stuff. I don't eat out a whole lot. So, but um, like one time I ran out of cream and I had put butter and syrup in my coffee because like I couldn't get to the store or whatever, and because of quarantine, I was like,
Oh,
well, I'll do this instead. Wasn't quite as good, but found out I actually like butter in my coffee now.
Yeah,
you like butter in your coffee now?
Yeah, I put it in there all the time now. It cuts
I've
down a lot of
heard
the
some good
bitterness.
things. Yeah, I've heard some good things from like Joe Rogan about that, and I've tried it with the can of butter. So like
Oh yeah.
with weed butter, just putting like half a tablespoon or whatever into like a nice 6 ounce cup of coffee, let it melt, and just chug your coffee with some weed butter. Oh, bro, it kicks and it hits so good. I think the weirdest thing I had to break down for was like liquid eggs or whatever, because like eggs have gone up so fucking much money, bro. It's just like, all right, these liquid eggs can't be too bad, and they're not.
Huh.
They're not great,
Yeah.
but they're not that bad.
Can I throw one last thing in or no?
Fuck yeah.
It's been such a long time. Do you remember when you and I were young? We used to go to conferences together.
Oh my god, man. You know what though, dude? Like, I think the virtual conferences are the conferences of the future. Tell me
Yeah,
it
they were
didn't
kind of
always
neat.
feel kind of silly going to a conference for a digital currency in person.
Well, there is so that I mean, I don't think they'll ever replace the human to human interaction factor of life.
Well, I'm going to the blockchain summit in LA. Elon Gorn and Robert Beatles are kind
When
of
is
putting
it?
that together. It looks like it's going to be happening in October.
Okay, so they're hoping everything's kind of lifted by then, right?
Jesus fucking dude, if it isn't, I don't know. I'm going to do a one-man revolution. I will be flipping cards by my goddamn self if nobody else is doing it yet by then.
Okay, so then we're pretty sure that World CryptoCon's in our focus for
Yeah,
this
dude,
year.
if this shit lasts through September, fuck that.
It
If
should.
it
I
if
mean,
it
I'm gonna
lasts
say
through the
that in the
rest of
next month
May,
they should have things pretty
yes.
much figured out. Like, you know what, we're gonna lose a few people. People, let's keep rolling.
Right. Like, you know how
Jump
many
on the train.
they're starting to project more deaths due to the lockdown than from the virus itself within the next 12 months. Within the next 12 months, more people will die from lack of food, lack of hospital care, lack of. I mean, it's so fucked that we're going to see more people die because we try not to let people die, that we're going to die from a natural event. And it's like, I don't know, man. I think that this has proven that lockdowns don't work. Switzerland, I think, proved herd immunity over pandemic fucking quarantine. You know, I'd rather find a way for herd immunity to figure itself out than wait 12 months in a lockdown for a vaccine to come around.
Yeah.
Right? Because like if you look at the vaccines, they've been causing problems they're supposed to be stopping, like polio and stuff.
Yeah, and fucking I think they linked some of them to like Alzheimer's now and shit like that, and some kids and certain vaccines have been linked to what the fuck's that? Autism.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, yeah, you ain't gonna get the chicken pox, little
Uh,
Timmy, but good luck rating your ABCs. I don't know. Just get the chicken pox, bro. You'll be all right. Worst case scenario, you get
right.
shingles when you're older. You'll be
Well, what
all
if you had
right.
the option? What if you had the option to actually get COVID-19 or the vaccine?
I'd rather get
Because
COVID-19. I'd rather get
the
sick.
the reality is that you get it, you either are autoimmune to it, or you're gonna experience symptoms and potentially
Well,
may
that's
die or
well.
not.
Here's the thing, like the COVID-19 is a coronavirus. Coronavirus is just a fancy way of saying fucking flu. Flu
Yeah.
mutates. Oh shit, we lost 3D. These things mutate. So even if you got the vaccine for COVID-19, you're still gonna need the vaccine for whenever it mutates into, and they're gonna have to
Yeah.
wait 12 months to make that one, and then it's
Yeah.
gonna mutate and evolve again. So basically you're gonna have to update your Bill Gates antivirus software every fucking year.
So what about the theory with kids? It's like you have to get a flu virus so the other kids don't get a flu. Well, if they have their flu virus shot, then they shouldn't get the flu anyways. So why do you got to get one?
I think they should just get the flu. They'll be fine. They're kids.
Yeah, that's right.
They'll be all
That's
right.
true.
They'll be all right. Let them get the flu. Let them eat dirt. Lick a doorknob. I mean, dude, I drank out of a fucking garden hose as a kid. Like, you know what I mean? You know how many things are supposed to cause cancer and kill you? I grew up before the seatbelt laws. Like, I'm still here. I,
Yeah.
I remember seeing a rat poison bottle before it said do not eat on it. Now it says do not eat on a bottle that also states that it is rat poison. I just don't know. I feel like these vaccines are,
Well, yeah.
some of them are very necessary. I will not say that they're not for sure. Like,
So say if you get
there's
like a
HPV and shit like that. You can get a vaccine for that. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, common colds that people are going to run into, things that mutate into other versions that even if you were to get a vaccine for it, won't defend you against. And there's also the repercussions of the side effects of that vaccine. Yeah, I don't think it makes sense. It doesn't make sense to vaccinate yourself from something that you're going to have to keep updating every fucking year. Just play the lottery, Either you get it or you don't.
yeah.
Kind of like taking medicine for a disease you can't get rid of.
Oh, he's still there.
Oh, he's back. There he goes.
Yeah,
Did
the
we
thing
lose you for a
stopped.
sec?
Yeah, the Zoom automatically logged me out, logged me in. I don't know what happened.
Oh, there it is. That's the NSA at work. Hey, thank you, Creation. I appreciate it. What up, Gain in the chat? How goes it? Yeah, I don't know, man. And with the information that we've got from like the World Health Organization and other countries and even other states and shit, dude, it's like the stats are so stacked and faked out, and we don't know what's real, what's not. It doesn't even matter at this point. It's the perception more than the reality. I think is doing damage.
I
Yeah,
have
for
to
sure.
agree.
Well, the buzz is wearing off with the media, I think, a bit,
Yeah, you know how many people have
and
committed
Trump's not
suicide
talking
during
about it
this
every day,
fucking
and
this quarantine, this lockdown. The fact that this is even happening, people have killed themselves over this shit, man.
No,
yep,
here's what it's like tripled, hasn't it? Like the suicide
Yeah,
rate.
yeah, and it's not gonna stop, dude. That's the crazy part. Is like that thing. That's the thing that they don't even care that that's a number. That everybody's a number. They're cool with that, but they won't even acknowledge this group of numbers because it's too of a taboo topic. But if the mainstream wanted to highlight how many people have actually died during this coronavirus due to it, but indirectly, not directly, it's probably pretty fucking balanced on how many people have starved, how many people. I don't know if you guys have had any issues with stores being robbed, but I've seen so many local stores robbed recently, and it's not mentioned on the news at all, not even a little bit. I've seen Facebook groups where people are like live streaming a fucking Wawa or a gas station with like 30 cop cars outside of it, a guy's inside with like an AK, and it doesn't even hit the mainstream at all, not even a little bit. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if you guys had any of that. Have you noticed anything like that?
I think we
I
had like
haven't
one place
myself.
get locked. Like one place here got robbed. They busted it open, robbed everything, and the place actually had to shut down. But for the most part here where I'm at, we don't really have much of a lockdown thing. We just have a curfew or whatever. People still go to work, and not a whole lot has changed for us in the whole aspect of it.
A curfew to me is a whole lot. Just even that, I don't know. That's a lot to tell me. Like, oh, you have fuck you. I don't even have a job, so me for it to be essential is like impossible. You know what I mean? I'm an influence. I'm an essential influencer. I gotta make this Instagram post, bro.
Now, I feel that's like I don't have an essential job either, but if I need to walk to a store and they're still open, we'll walk to that store, break curfew. Uh, we don't follow it either, but there's a lot of people around here. Masks ain't that
Did you see
popular
the
here.
video of the cops beating the fucking ever loving shit out of the dude in New York City for not social distancing? There was like two dudes
Uh,
smoking a cigarette, just chilling outside, and like these cops whooped their asses.
Hmm.
uh, like they saw one video, I don't remember where it was, where cops were beating him, and after people went down the next day, and there was just blood like all over the wall, and he was knocked down and pushed around. Like the cops are just getting crazy. And I think they just know they can get away with it because of what's everything going on. People are afraid and stuff.
Oh, the cops are wearing masks now. They weren't wearing masks at the beginning of this whole lockdown thing,
Hmm.
but then the cops were like, hey, we can wear a mask, and on camera, nobody can see who we are. Oh, shit. I think that they had a light bulb moment and they're taking advantage of a shitty situation and not handling it well. But that's just people. People suck, dude. It's just we're not we're not ready yet to be policing ourselves. We shouldn't have police because we are not evolved enough as a social structure to be policing each other yet. We can't even handle the responsibility. Look at what a fucking hall monitor does in a high school on a bigger scale.
Yeah, it's like a lot of places they're saying, okay, we're not going to send cops for burglaries, but we're going to put people in, undercover and go find hairdressers and people trying to make money on the side.
You know what's funny? That is true. They've been busting like hair, barbers and shit like that are letting
Hmm.
people come over. Like they were using Somebody I saw that on Facebook. Somebody got arrested for doing an Instagram live of them cutting somebody's hair. I thought that was interesting.
It's like
And
this misappropriation of their funds,
hey, Kevin, what's the unemployment rate in Canada? Because the U.S., we can't stop talking about it. It's like dick size. You know what I mean? We're like so proud of how big our unemployment rate is. We can't keep our pants on. We're over
Ours,
30 million people for 6 weeks.
one.
You have one guy unemployed. Like,
Yes.
give the guy a damn job, Kevin. Let him just do your yard work.
We had to let him go. No,
Clear
I
up
honestly
that.
don't. I don't care. I don't follow that. I don't know. Maybe it's a big thing for certain people. I don't follow politics. I don't follow the negativity. I just try and live my life a quarter mile at a time.
All right. All right, I guess. I don't know, man. I try to keep my finger on that pulse ever so
That's okay though.
slightly.
I'm not saying people
I get
that do.
most of
inferior.
my political information though from like every nightly show. So like John Oliver, Stephen Colbert.
I mostly get mine from Indian Facebook news.
I've actually been following Indian YouTube channels covering world news, and it's just so catty. I don't even know what to say. Like it's just they are. I don't know the word for it, bro. It's just like savage, I guess, is like how to describe it. They are savage for
Okay.
reporting world events. That's funny you said that because on YouTube there's a couple Asian Indian reporters I've been following, and they're covering what happens in Asia, and it's just, dude, their media is not nice to China. Like our media has been like China's been doing great. Their statistics are like something to praise. We should be following their. India is like, no, China's full of shit. They ain't don't know what they're doing. They're fucking. I'm
They're
loving
like, we
it.
want way more scams out of here than you do.
Oh man, I don't know. I just been keeping that finger on the pulse, guys. If you wanted to follow something, I think China Uncensored is a really good YouTube channel to follow for that information. Another good one's RTTV.
Okay.
I know a lot of people don't like them, but yeah, Redacted
yeah.
Tonight with Lee
Yes,
Kant. He's
today.
fucking awesome.
You've done a couple of cameos, I believe.
Yeah, dude, I've been on RTTV 2 times. Yeah,
Yeah,
twice. Yeah,
Cool.
each time higher than the last.
That's the way to be.
Yeah, bro. Like they ain't paying me to be on their TV. I just thought it would be fun, and I had fun with it.
Yeah, for sure. Did you ever see it 3D?
No, I've never even heard of RTTV. But
What? Oh, it's
I
Russian
haven't.
propaganda television, bro. You don't know RTTV?
Nah, I think I
Oh, get on it.
would.
That's where fucking Max Kaiser and shit has his show, bro. He has his own show on RTTV.
I wouldn't even know. Like, I'm not even on my YouTube and stuff.
I
There
think
was
you'll
this
like
date they
it.
dropped
I
me like
think you'll like it.
13-year-old channel.
I'm sure
Well,
DJ Me Popsicle and ACU5. You guys heard of RTTV, right? I feel like they might have some good episodes they could share your way.
Russia Today TV. Do you have the link for yours, Ken?
You just have to type in the Bitcoin bubble, RTTV Bitcoin bubble, and then
Yeah.
that's my thing.
Okay.
And
You
then
should check it out.
they did another one, but they basically cut like 80% out. I was talking to them about the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance, a bunch of shit, but none of it made the air. But yeah, they did 2 episodes. I don't know the name of the second one. I think you could just type in my name. It should pop up. All right, I'm going to wrap things up, guys. Any last topics you guys wanted to talk about before we go?
No, I think I'm good, man. It's good to catch up with you. Looking forward to hopefully getting things moving full steam ahead with World CryptoCon. I hopefully be able to help them again, and we can do our thing.
Yeah, I need a Vegas trip, and I know Vegas is going to be booming once they get this lockdown over with, bro. Like, you know how cheap it's going to be for World CryptoCon to schedule their conference and book the venue and do all that shit now?
But I think they did it. They booked the venue before this.
Oh.
Got it
Now,
on the top, right
it's
on
at
the
the
top.
it's at the Palms this year,
They bought
so
at
it's
the
like
top.
it's a little bit off strip. No, they probably bought it at a fair price at the time. I mean, I understand what you guys are saying. They're going to be going like, we need conferences. Bring them in. We'll give you a deal.
Yeah, I could
Okay.
hook them up. If you're still in talks with like Adam and them, let me know because they could also do like a virtual version for like VR, so people
Like
that can't.
run parallel.
Yeah, exactly. It'll just be like a
Yeah,
mirrored version. It'll just be,
I'm sure they.
whoever's on stage in the real world will just look like they're on stage in the digital world.
Yeah, so I'm sure if he hasn't thought of that, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, because the Bad Crypto podcast, you just did the virtual blockchain week. It was pretty cool. And
Yeah, so they are one of the sponsors there. So between between those guys and us mentioning it, I'm sure that'll be a reality. That's probably a reality moving forward. Because why not? Why the hell not?
yep,
I mean, you're gonna pay extra to go to the show and see and touch and feel and meet people, but for free, if you just fucking watch it and get all the same content that the slim few that pay for it do, then why not? The idea is to get to the masses, isn't it?
right, exactly. And like the masses don't really, get to experience these conferences. And after the conferences are over, the videos that go up and everything, that's one thing. But to be able to have like an environment that can be more engaging is a totally different educational experience. Like, imagine being able to, walk up to a booth in virtual reality months or even years after a conference and be a fly on the wall while like somebody like me is asking somebody about their project at the booth, and you can kind of fast forward and see where that project has gone and put that into perspective of, all right, now do I want to get involved, and I think that'd be cool because like you go to look up these projects that have been around for a long time, it's hard to find, all like their presence at conferences and stuff and their legitimacy or not, and it's hard to like see what they've said and held up to or not. It's almost like every year we scrub the internet clean of like all the educational
Old
information.
E3 videos.
Yeah, dude, it's weird and like it kind of
Well, and
hit.
what they've been trying to do in the past with that content is put it into some thing and they'll sell it back to you. You're like, what?
Yeah, exactly,
Fucking
Yeah,
buy
like
but
a
that shit?
pack.
yeah, but imagine like a venue now, like a digital venue now that's always like almost like a time capsule of the conference, like you can go to the conference that happened already and maybe run into people
Yeah, of course. That's cool. That is so cool.
that are there in real time revisiting it with you. Like it's, I don't know, it's definitely going to change the way things are done. I think movie theaters are going to come up with something that none of us are ready for. I definitely see the potential for the movie industry, the movie theater industry, to throw a Hail Mary for something that none of us are ready to even predict yet. I mean, like,
I'm thinking it's blow up dolls, man.
I don't know. We got another drive-through up in here in Southern Oklahoma. We have a little drive-through that was an old like one theater, but they have a really big parking and a big wall, so they just posted it on the wall. And so like on Fridays, you can pay to go into the drive-through even during lockdown and quarantine. And so like that's gonna become making a comeback.
Did you see
Some of
the
the old
Yeah,
school
drive-through
stuff.
rave? There was a drive-through rave. I don't remember which country. It's probably
drive
Russia
drive in. I
or
think
Germany
is the word.
or drive-in rave. Yeah, it was a drive-in, not drive-through. It was a
Well, he calls it
drive-in.
drive through, but maybe it's just what they call it.
Yeah, it's a drive-in rave or whatever. Man, there was like 500 cars parked, and there was a DJ, and everybody was dancing in their cars and shit. It was pretty funny.
Dancing on top, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking more like Mystery Science Theater meets like a video game version of a movie experience. Like I think 360 movies are going to be a thing, which haven't been a big thing, but th- you
Yeah,
know
a couple of hit misses.
right, but I think they'll be much bigger because people will be spending more time in VR for these meetings and for these experiences like Alt Space and stuff like that and other video games. You're probably going to see like AMC Theater have a 360 movie experience and maybe even find a way to gamify that where like we're starting to see Netflix experiment with it with the Bandersnatch the Black Mirror episode that has multiple
Oh, yeah.
choices, and now there's a TV show that's just starting on, or not a TV show. I don't know why it's still called TV show on Netflix when it's a Netflix original and it's never been on TV before. Whatever. But the TV show that Netflix has is actually going to be a multiple choice TV show. It's like, the first of its kind. They're gamifying, and the Bandersnatch was probably an experiment they're going to run with, but imagine going to like AMC theater and going to watch the new Star Wars movie in 360, and because you walked this direction, you didn't see what happened with this character. You followed this storyline, and you walked down this way and followed that. You can go and experience a 2-hour movie for 40 different hours in that 2-hour period.
Yeah,
That's
that's
cool.
cool.
Imagine if they made you pay each time you had to go do it, and it's like they could get that replay value cash back. Like, oh well, I've been
Yep.
here once with my old ticket. Let me just go through it again, less price, and pick the new option.
I expect
Oh,
more
yeah,
of
that's
a
like a really good
microtransaction environment, 3D. I think that you'll put $20
That
in like
makes
an
sense.
arcade, and you'll get like
Mhm.
10 cents a minute, and you'll be able to run it microtransaction, so you can hit pause, you can come back, or you can start over, or, you know what I mean? I think it's going to be like
what you're
microtransaction
saying.
faucet style.
That'd be the one way to Lightning Network or different things like that too,
Yep.
right? Try to push that stuff, but yeah, that would make sense to do it microtransaction wise.
I saw BTC Pay Server and Blue Wallet are working together on doing Lightning and stuff like that, so that's going to be fucking awesome. I've been waiting, for one of the payment processors to get into the Lightning business, and it looks like BTC Pay Server was I think the first big player to get into it with Blue Wallet. So shout out to Blue Wallet.
Shout out.
Yeah, BTP server does quite a bit of good work. I think it's because their community, they got a large dev community behind them, helping them and pushing them to do more and more.
You know what would be a cool concept for a movie, guys? You know how like they had the Lego movie, the Emoji movie, and how I'm sort of talking about like a 360 movie? It would be cool as shit if somebody made a movie in like crypto voxels. You know what I mean? Where they're just, I don't know, like sort of like that
Oh,
a
no.
Lego movie or something to that effect, where it's just like you build the characters, do the I don't know, but like that crypto voxels could be that environment to make that like 360 like movie template from, or even something that's like alt space or whatever. I don't know, it would just be cool. I want somebody to do it. It'd be fucking awesome to be able to watch a movie in 360 that has something to do with like crypto, and as like not so much in your face, but like just even using like crypto voxels as the machine to tell the story, just like they use like the emojis, or like they use the Legos to tell the story.
That would be pretty unique. Because I love crypto voxels and the different voxel programs and stuff. They make emoji heads with them and stuff. They're fun. So like imagine being where you could break them down and have different structures inside stuff. What if they had built like an IMAX or one of those that tell the story of watching through the crypto voxels, but inside crypto voxels.
Right, dude. It'd be even cool to have like a spectator feature for crypto voxels. So like I could maybe pay a donation or whatever to you and subscribe to you, and then like I can just pop in and see what you see, and just like watch you build in real time in crypto voxels, or just walking around. But while you're walking around, I'm giving you microtransactions so I can keep you as like, I'm looking through like your eyes in the game.
Yeah, because they got some microtransactions already in there, so that actually would be a really neat feature to see them update. Because like you can shoot color at people, COLR, I think is what it's called, or whatever, and it's like a crypto. And when you shoot it at them, I think the person you shoot it at gets the actual crypto into their account or whatever. And he's got a lot of stuff going on there that's makes it pretty unique compared to like Sandbox, where they use a pixelization also, but not quite the same.
Yeah, that's why I use them as an example for something like this, because I feel like it would be fan made, but I have a feeling like if somebody did it right, it has a lot of potential. Like just as through the concept, you know, because there's not much out there as far as like 360 movies go. So if you were to create that and put it out there, you know, same thing, like, you know, all the people that are out there in all these alt space and all these other like Decentraland and these environments, they'll tune in. Like that market is there and thirsty, and I think that's why the movie theater company is prime for it, because they know that. I think they're aware that reinvesting the money they have into their brick and mortar business is it's worthless. It's not going to help them. It's almost like the blockbuster, you know, inevitability that they're going to go through. And this is just a kickstart to what was going to happen, you know, to the movie theater industry. But they have a chance to invest in 360 movie experience, virtual reality movie experiences. And I think that, you know, Ready Player One, Wreck-It Ralph, like things like that have kind of painted the picture in the direction that the industry kind of wants to go anyway.
Yeah, so it's gonna be easier for people to get to it or use it. You know, especially we got a lot of nowadays. There's a lot more movies like you're saying where they're all fully pixelated or CGI. You could literally just like, all right, I want to be the main person's eye point throughout the whole movie. I want to be the main enemy's eye point throughout the whole movie.
Yes, dude,
You know,
I would love to watch
like
Star
Disney
Wars
could have a one-up
from
on
Darth
that.
Vader's perspective throughout the whole fucking movie. Or watch it through Luke Skywalker's vision throughout the whole, or just watch it the way that the director intended it to be watched. Or I can direct it myself. And I think what's really held back a lot of this was piracy. I remember when Xbox Live came out and they had the Kinect, and Xbox Movies was like a big thing. That, you know, they had you had to have the Kinect up, and it almost, I think it scanned your living room to see how many people were watching the movie, and it would charge you per person that was watching the movie from the theater. That would, maybe it was a concept, I don't know. I have a PlayStation. But I feel like, you know, the same reason that they have an issue with movies going from the movie theater right to streaming. You know, I have one Netflix account that I pay for, and in my living room, I could have 20 people come over to watch the movie instead of paying for 20 different streaming packages. So that's I think what it's really come down to is like they're trying to pinch their pennies so long that they lost track of a different profit, you know, revenue ramp. Like they were pinching their pennies saying we don't want to share seats. You know, we don't want to sell one seat and let you have your kids sit on your lap and get away with it. You have to sell 2 tickets, 2 seats. And I think now they're finally realizing that it's instead of per individual, I think per family or per household is going to be enough. Okay. Like 1 ticket per house, and you know, 1 ticket per car when you go to the drive-in, right? It's like you pay for your car. How many people you stack in it? You know, as long as it ain't ridiculously cramped, they usually let you get through with your car, and you pay for just the car to get into the lot. And I think that's, you know, they're going to be happy with getting just that one family purchase, because how easy it has become to pirate things. They can't keep pinching those pennies anymore. They got to start letting us share seats.
I agree. It's like when video games first started putting in the content blockers, so you can't just burn a game and play it on your another computer or another PlayStation or something, right?
Oh yeah, what was that thing that they came out with for the 3DS? It was like an RX something, RZ something. It was like, I don't know, it was like a blank 3DS cartridge, and you could load ROMs onto it and play it. And then Nintendo found out, and they set an update to the 3DS that would know if it was an emulator or not, and it fucked up their ROMs. But joke's on them, because my phone can run Dolphin emulator, and I don't even need their physical hardware anymore.
Right. It's like I got a Goldfinger from my old PlayStation, so I could play burned games, I could play Japanese games, foreign games. So like, yeah, people always find a way. It just brings in new markets.
I'm curious if Kevin has any of those, or if he's the kind of guy who's just like, you know, I'm just gonna pay for the fucking movie.
I have a Nintendo.
Yeah, but do you use like any kind of streaming services that are kind of like off the grid? Like I like Kodi, I like Plex.
Kodi's been around a long time.
Yeah.
I have I use an Amazon Fire TV stick, and I have one. It's called Cyberflix. I can go on and do a search, and it usually fucking doesn't load properly, and 2 minutes into the video, the voice and the fucking the sound and the voice are
Yeah,
Hello,
that's
hello.
yeah, that's the community cable problems right there. You get what you pay for, I guess. But yeah, with
Yeah,
Cody and most of their loadouts, you can get different ones. There's so many different skins and different servers you can connect to. But
yeah,
Cody's always been pretty faithful, and
yeah, for
that
sure.
Cody killed cable. I feel like Cody's really what cut the cord for a lot of people. Uh,
Right.
with these Fire Sticks and Chrome Sticks and shit.
Yeah,
It's like we use
I had
Pluto
so
over here. Have you guys heard that one?
What was it?
Have you guys heard that Pluto?
Oh,
It's
Pluto. Yeah,
kind of
it's
like
like
Cody.
TV. Yeah, it's like free television, right? Free TV.
Yeah, yeah. They'll have like specific anime channels, like a Naruto channel, and really hit niche groups. Hard.
Yeah, I've heard about Pluto actually. Have you ever heard of Plex?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I love Plex, dude. Anything I have downloaded on my computer, if I add you as a friend on Plex, as long as my computer is turned on, you can watch whatever I have downloaded, just like I'm your
Is
personal
Plex
Netflix.
free or no?
Yeah, it's free.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So if you wanted to download Plex on your TV or on your phone or your computer, and you send me a friend request and I accept it, you can see all the different TV shows and movies I downloaded, and I have it on my computer. You don't have to download it to your phone or anything. You'll just stream it right from me to you.
Cool. I'm gonna
Like
try
an old
that.
torrent.
Yep, it's pretty cool. I have a couple groups of friends that I'm like on there. Probably have like 15 different friends on Plex, and all together we share everything. So there's so much like that I can watch on Plex. Sometimes I'll just wait a couple days and somebody will put up a really good rip or a cam copy of like a movie in theaters that's tolerable.
And will it show up like when you open Plex, new movie?
Yep, yep.
Oh, cool.
It'll say like Ken recently downloaded this file and uploaded it to the community queue, and you can see the community queue has a new movie from Ken or a new TV show from 3D or whatever, and it's really cool way to do file sharing. I don't know like what like the legal intent is for all of it. You know what I mean? Like for like mega upload to like for Kim.com to have been in such he's still in trouble for mega upload. Like Kim.com is still battling extradition from like his country for a law that he broke that wasn't even a law where he lived. And then we have things like Plex that are like legit companies with apps on the App Store, and I don't know. You know what I mean though, right, Doug?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
weird how
Plex
that
has
one
more
thing
money to
works.
pay off the officials.
Right. I'm just like, yeah, exactly. I'm just like, where? What is? I don't understand the difference between this shit sometimes, but whatever. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. Like, I don't know. I actually started watching old movies now. Like, I've started going back to like nostalgic '90s, '80s movies just because
Yeah.
I'm so tired of like the new movie recipe. Right? It's just such
I'm
shit.
getting you. I'm feeling you.
I'm
Watched
not.
Bird on a Wire yesterday.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching old school like horrors and stuff like Cube.
Okay.
Cube's probably my favorite go to, or like old school comedy horror like Clowns from Space. I don't know if people
Like
watch
Howard
that.
the Duck or something.
Well,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
something like that. But yeah, Clowns from Outer Space. Definitely recommend that movie if you haven't watched it.
Okay.
Did you
Well,
imagine
Both
you're
of you
watching
haven't
this?
seen that movie? Oh my god. Doug, smoke a lot and then watch it. I recommend it. It's my financial advice for the day.
All right, I'll take that advice. Yeah,
You
it's like when
probably
I
end
want to
on
go to
that
old
note.
movies, I
Like,
like watch old animes. Like Robotron, Invader Zim, maybe some old like Inuyasha or something.
I
I
actually
don't do a
did
whole lot
start
of the horror.
watching one new anime, and I'm on the fence. But Ghost in Shell on Netflix,
Oh yeah,
they
I
came
usually
out with
like
a new one.
anime Simpson Spawn.
Yo, that is the niche right there. That is the genre of genres.
Yep. Didn't know Homer had such a huge cock.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Marge is my. That's the milf right there.
now on Ghost in the
Oh
Shell, you're
yeah.
watching the movie or the actual TV show Standalone Complex?
No, I watched all of it, but the TV show on Netflix, they're waiting for the English dub, but right now you can get the subtitles. And I watched the Ghost in Shell. It's Ghost in Shell 2020. It just came out like this month, and it's pretty good. I'm on the fence still. I haven't finished the series, but
Cool.
Okay, that sounds good.
I could be wrong. Maybe it was the movie I didn't finish. Is it a movie on Netflix, Doug? Am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't actually use Netflix. I just know like Ghost in the Shell was a movie. I think it has like 1 and 2, and then they did
Yeah, but
Ghost in the
how
Shell
shit
Central
is
and
it the second
Complex.
one doesn't have fucking English dub, bro? They never dubbed the second movie. It's so fucked.
I'm just used to watching subtitles all the time. Like I learned how to read through subtitles on like Robotech and stuff like that. So to me, it's just like nature to watch something in a different language and then
I
just read
think
the subtitles.
I'd rather give up the ability to read if I never had to watch a subtitled movie. Like if it was like Ken, you can either read or not read, and we'll have every movie in the world will be subtitled or they'll all be dubbed. Give me the dubs. I don't care. A lot of people hate the dubs, but I think it adds more of like that. I don't know. It's like I don't know what it is, but for some reason it's more immersive for me. I like it. I like that the mouths don't line up. That something's off with it. That thing that isn't right about it actually makes everything else like better. I don't know what it is. It's almost like when one of your friends that you didn't
Well,
expect to know how to cook makes you dinner, and it's just really good. But just because it's not as bad as you thought
yeah.
it was gonna be is why it's so good. So like when you see these sub movies or these dubbed movies where like the dub's so bad, your expectation for the movie's so low that it's actually so much better.
So you like Kung Pao Under the Fist, where they
Dude,
purposely did that.
well, here's the thing, dude. So Kung Fu Hustle. Here Mandela effect. Kung Fu Hustle. Do you remember having a sub and a dub or what? Because I remember there being a dub, and apparently there's no English dub. There's German, French, fucking other languages. There's no English dub for Kung Pao Into the Fist, or not for Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle. My wife has owned that movie for a long time, and yeah, we're pretty used to seeing subtitles.
Yo, I went to
Um,
watch it the other day, and it blew my mind. No, Cobra, it's not there. Look, I'm gonna get it on Netflix on my phone and show you, bro. I've seen it too. I swear to God, I've seen it in English, but I can't find it anywhere, bro. I was on Netflix, and it's in every language but English. I can't find it in English, and like my brother remembers watching it in English. I remember watching it in English.
Probably one of those things where you're actually thinking of the Kung Fu Hustle. You're thinking of Kung Pao Enter the Fist when you watch Kung Fu Hustle.
All right, right here. I got the movie up. Audio. All right, here we go. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Probably if I dim the screen ever so slightly. If it would let me dim this screen. Hello. Okay, it won't let me. There. I'm not crazy. It won't let you see it. There. German, Spanish, French, Italian. Closed
Yeah,
caption, English, bro. There's
yeah.
no English audio. I don't understand it. I swear I don't remember reading this movie. I don't remember reading this. I remember hearing this. I remember, but I don't know. Maybe Cobra's right. Maybe he's right, and there is an English version out there that Netflix doesn't have the license for or something. But if it ain't on Netflix, I don't think it's real. Some fan made shit. Like maybe I watched a version of it on YouTube where some dude and his friends, because I've always had this fucking idea to sub Asian movies with my friends or just read the subtitles and dub it myself and upload it onto YouTube so it's actually saying shit that I wanted to say. It may not even actually be the real storyline.
Oh, that might actually pay out for you. Like a lot of times, if you can do like 20% of the content you're uniquely your own, you can only have to like say who made the original. So
Yo, I know Cobra Trading
The
is
Mystery
Googling right now.
3000 effect.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Mystery Theater 3000. I want to get a couple friends together and just go find some old, movies that are out there and just make our own, dubbed version of it. Maybe
I'm
Kung Fu
down with it,
Hustle.
man.
Maybe
I
we
used to
should
watch
do
that
Kung
show
Fu
growing up.
Hustle. Yeah, we have to cast Kung Fu Hustle. Everybody can use their phones to record their scenes, and then they send it into like somebody to edit and put that shit together. So Cobra, weird as shit, right? I told you, bro. I swear, I don't know if it's really in English or not. I think it might be a Mandela effect that nobody has picked up on yet, because I looked into it a little bit as a Mandela effect and didn't find anything on it. All right, I'm gonna wrap things up here, guys. We almost been done a 2-hour podcast. I feel like I kept y'all hostage a conversation long enough.
No, we are our participants.
Oh, okay, cool. I was gonna send out ransoms, but
I don't think anybody would collect.
I'll accept XRP.
Okay, Ken, I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks for having us on.
I think Canada's gonna be my first trip, man. So, if you'll have me, I'll get tested, and you can have me on your couch.
I don't know if it'll be solved by Crypto Chicks, but it should be solved by Untraceable. And then at that point, come on up and we'll have a good time.
Facts, man. All right. And, dude, Doug, we have to do some kind of fucking GoFundMe to get your ass some crowdsourced funds to get you to a conference so we can kick it.
Yeah.
You got a passport?
Definitely need to get no. Nah.
Can I ask the U.S.?
Definitely.
Where are you located? Where's your geography?
Southern Oklahoma.
How far is that from Vegas?
Like a 3-day car drive.
3-day drive?
I think so, because I know for sure to get to like California, it's almost a 5-day drive.
So then we got like you need a plane ticket.
Yeah.
You ever been to Vegas?
No.
Buddy.
Yeah, let's do something for World CryptoCon, man. We got to get together and hang out.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Fucking A, bro.
Once you get outside and fucking earn some more sweat coin, then we'll talk.
Yeah, if you walk to Vegas, you might be able to get your flight back in sweat coin. That's pretty much a guarantee. That's funny as shit.
It's pretty much a definite maybe.
All right, guys. Cobra Trading, my bro. Thanks for popping in the chat, guys. Definitely check out the Fireside Chat I had with Cobra Trading. It's in the title. Just type in Ken Bozak Fireside Chat with Cobra Trading. DJ McPopsicle, our other Canadian Eskimo bro.
Hello, sir.
We got Creation in the chat. How goes it? Ebens said I'm late. Hey, that was one of the winners of my giveaways recently. ACU5, my bro from another Momo. How goes it? Gian, the code is not working. Oh, that sucks. Oh, yeah, you know what, though? I don't know how that happens. Something's going on there. That's funny that even happens. But somehow in the description of the YouTube video, right? Let me check right here. Yeah, dude, it has, like, the Zoom meeting, like, right here in the YouTube description. And I never put it there. Like, if you go to YouTube right now and you look at our live stream in the description, I don't know how that link got there, ever. I don't understand how that Zoom link got there. So, I don't know. It's like some weird glitch in their fucking data mining matrix. But, yeah, I saw somebody wanted to call in. Sorry about that. Irish Girl Crypto, how goes it? I'm just here to lurk. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you dropping the comment and breaking your lurking. Yeah. All right. Go make sure you guys follow these guys. Their names are in the title. 3D's in the title. Kevin's in the title. Follow those guys on Twitter. I'm out of here, guys. Have a day.
All right. See ya.
GG.
Shout out to the sponsors of the podcast, MonarchToken.io, the complete crypto solution. Monarch Wallet is now available for Android, iOS, and desktop devices today.
You got a fart?
Oh, there we go. No. Brian S. I forgot. I saw him too in the chat. Hey, Brian. Okay, bye. Shout out to the sponsors of the podcast, MonarchToken.io, the complete crypto solution. Monarch Wallet is now available for Android, iOS, and desktop devices today. Do you want to learn how to mine crypto? Well, all you have to do is visit cryptomining.tools for profitable crypto mining information today. The Divi Project, that is diviproject.org, your one-click solution for staking and masternodes. Earn cryptocurrency using social media platforms like Somee.social, SOMEE.social, New Era Social Media. Get paid to write reviews, like reviews, comment on reviews. Visit bravocoin.com and get paid to review. Available for Android and iOS devices. bravocoin.com. CoinFlip, the world's best Bitcoin ATM. Better service, better fees. Better visit coinflip.tech today.